Twice in one day. I am here and waiting for the wonderful Kirsty Hagen to join me. We are going to go live together. So let me just see whether Kirsty's here. So we're going to talk to you today about Healy. We're going to talk to you about what it is, a little bit of an introduction. So what is Healy? What is the MagHealy? How does it work? How do we use it in our world? So here she is. Let me just bring Kirsty. I have had a right nightmare. Kirsty's joining now. I've had a right nightmare, actually, with my Instagram today. So we're hoping that this goes well.
Hi.
Hi. I've been live already. I've taken off my yellow cardi and I'm just in my black now.
Okay.
Thank you so much, darling. So Kirsty and I wanted today to give you a beautiful introduction to Healy. You have seen probably both her and I talk about your lights in the background, Kirsty. I thought you had a filter.
Oh yeah,
sparkly.
I put some sparkle on.
Who doesn't love sparkle? So we're going to talk to you around what is Healy, how it works as a beautiful device and magic. We're going to talk to you a little bit around the MagHealy because that is a different device, and we're going to talk to you about how we use these as humans, in our as individuals, and also in our business, because we were talking earlier and we were like, oh my god, we do this, we do that, and we're like, let's just jump on live and tell everyone about it. And there's some epic promotions on at the moment. They are different in each they're different in each region, and the UK, Europe and US do. I'm sorry,
It's a whole other level. It's a whole other level. It really is
at the moment. But I mean, there's still epic savings. So we wanted to tell you a little bit about it. So for those of you that don't know me, I'll just tell you, because we're obviously on each other's pages. So my name's Nicola, and I am a coach and mentor for women in business, but the way that I mentor and guide is around energetics and frequency first, and then the strategy. So Healy for me is, I mean, I'm a Reiki practitioner. I lead with that in my work, and I use a modality called human design, which is all around energetics. And so Healy for me really fits with me as the energy worker, as well as the business owner, as well as using it with my clients, as well as using it as part of my framework and my business model. And so that's a little bit about me. I'll let Kirsty tell you a little bit about her.
Okay, a little bit about me. So we are on the opposite sides of the world. So I'm in Australia. And I am a wellbeing alchemist. So basically it's pulling a whole lot of modalities together of learnings over the years, to really allow people to reconnect back to themselves so that they can really understand their true infinite power and possibility. And I think it's similar to you, Nicola. It's like, it's kind of infinite the way that I can use these devices into my business. And, you know, I immerse with my products. I've got a self-care and body product range, and, you know, I use the frequencies in that of, you know, holding spaces for women and coming together. And we use the Mag and the Healy there. Like it's just endless. Doing you know, there's a whole massage, all the things. So it's kind of, and also even in yoga, you know, I'm a yoga teacher as well. And I know how much benefit it was able to add, you know, for my clients as well in that space, just being able to add an extra element of frequency. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And like you said, it just really does. It's a beautiful weave. Like, it's really, how creative can you be? And then it's as much or as little as you want to weave it into your clients and your business kind of world. So yeah.
Oh, love that. You said a well-being alchemist. I was like, oh yeah, I love that. And this is part of it, right? Because the well-being alchemy as business owners, as creators, whether you're a freelancer, a consultant, a fully fledged business owner, entrepreneur, whatever, like wherever you are at in your business journey, it is a personal development journey, right? We talk about that, and you and your frequency and your energy matters. And so this device will help you in that respect. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Healy, and Kirsty's going to chime in as well, and then Kirsty's going to focus on the MagHealy. Okay, so this little device with, oh, excuse me, I'm not overly prepared. These are what I like to call, because I'm a little bit crude like that, the strap-ons. This plugs in, and it is a microcurrent device, and it basically uses individualized frequency and microcurrent frequencies to support you on a physical, emotional, mental and spiritual level, right? And it basically harmonizes your bioenergetic field, your information field. And so I heard it be explained like this, and I love this, to give it context, because some people are like, what? We are made up chemically, but we're also made up bioenergetically, biomagnetically as well. So our cells need to be, and our bodies, all of our bodies need to be supported chemically to be in balance, and also bioenergetically as well. And I heard this, and I was like, this is such a great way of thinking about it. You think about music, and you think about frequency, and you think about a guitar, and you think about tuning that guitar and playing a song if you can, and you think about how beautiful that sounds, and then you chuck it in the back of the car because you're driving to another gig and you'll kind of go over bumps and everything. If you take that guitar out and you try and play that, it is probably going to be out of tune. You need to retune it. That is how our bodies are. We constantly need to be retuned, right? And so this little device can also read our information field and tell us where we're off piste. There are 9 million frequencies. I've got my notes here so I actually get the numbers right. And there are 229 programs with 6 different modules within this little device, which is going to be able to support you, remember, on all of the levels. And it's really interesting because actually, would you add anything into that, Kirst? What I'm just saying? Anything to add on to that before I dive a bit deeper?
No, you keep going. Yeah? You're on a roll. Get in there.
So the stats, right? And again, I've got my notes here so I don't get them wrong. This and using a Healy will recharge your cells. All right. And this will help you 40% increase amino acid transport. That is one thing. 70% increase protein synthesis, and 500% increase of ATP production, right? When people use this, they feel the difference. I use it myself personally. I use it with my clients. It is incredible. And so many of us who use this device without the business side of things, like, notice when we don't. So I had a few days, well, I had my parents here, and I think so I had it on the Friday. On the Saturday, I didn't use it. I was like, oh, and on Sunday I was like, right, plug me in and rebalance me. Because I find it so incredible. And my use of my Healy is like my go-to is when I am presenting, when I am holding space, facilitating. I do a lot of that when I'm doing my sessions with my clients. So it's like I'm a clear channel and that I'm coherent. Like I always use it. Like it's like kind of like it just is become second nature now. And anything to add there, Kirst, on that one?
Oh, just the same. Like I think with what you were saying, like there's so much external stuff around us, it's hard not to be impacted. So not only do you have your internal chatter, it's all the external noise as well. And I think that, for myself, like I don't have the hours each day to be putting into doing the meditation and the yoga that, I've got 2 small children and run a multitude of facets of my business and things. And, I think if most of
generator.
I know, just a few things on the go. I don't have the time to do things. So I still do the things, but it's in a lot smaller time frames because I've got the support of this tool to be able to bring all of that to balance. It just makes it so much more accessible, and it just accelerates everything else that you do. So it's like everything else just kind of gets enhanced when you're using it as well. That's, for me, it's just the shift I feel in such a very, I did something today about the mental balance program, because it's just like that mental balance acute. I know you don't have the eclipse, but we've got the eclipse here, and just within 20 minutes, like, just to be able to have the calm and the clarity in my mind to then be able to like go is, it's just so powerful.
Powerful, isn't it? Because that's the thing, like, not everybody has 2 hours a day to do a beautifully deep routine, and it's not to bypass also the meditation, journaling, and going deeper with yourself either. But when we are full people, I don't like to use the B word and busy, but when you've got a lot going on, and it's a tool that is really for you on the go in the moment, and you can, and basically one of the ways that you can use it is you can do what's called a resonance scan. So you can go on, and it's run via your like an app on your phone. However, you do not need your phone with you in order to get the microcurrent support when you've got your strap on. But you can go into one of, there's I know, I do literally,
Love you.
when you do a resonance scan, and it will say, this is, like, reading your information field, this is the program that you need the most now. Now, like, that is the best way when you get started, right, with Healy. Like, oh, I don't know what to do. It's like, just run the resonance scan. And I mean, I had a really fucking crazy period a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, oh, and it kept on coming up with exhaustion. I was like, I know. Like, I was like, I'm feeling it. And so my body knew also, but I was still going to scan to make sure what I need the most. And one of the applications and modules that I love is also Coach. So you can,
good.
I love using that. Like, it's one of the things that I love putting in you put in a positive statement, as if I am in current context. So I am thriving in my life and relationships and business, for example, and then it will scan you, and it will say, well, actually, these are some of the places that you are, like off balance. And it basically scans a number of different areas. So there's self-worth, there's personal relationships, family relationships, finances, career, all of those things. Because often what we can do is we can say one thing and we can think something else, and our makeup is singing a completely different tune. And
confused.
so and like, it's like, hang on a minute, you're saying this, but actually you're not feeling that, you're believing that. And it's like, helps you to work through those barriers, right? And to change the frequency and vibration. I was having this conversation with somebody who was a bit like, what? Bit pie in the sky with the whole frequency stuff. And I said, think about music. Like, I obviously gave that example of music, that is frequency, right?
Absolutely.
When you hear that, you think about how you change with certain frequencies in music and meditations. It's like, that shit works. And so why wouldn't you use it?
And it's the same. I mean, that's the same with the ocean, right? When you're going into the ocean or you go to the mountains, because there is a frequency in those elements of nature that are bringing balance back into your body. So it's it's a kind of effect as well.
Yeah, totally.
And
now, tell me, have I missed anything else?
Well, I was just going to say the thing I did want to say really is about the individualized component of it as well, is because we can run exactly the same program, but we will get different frequencies, because where you're at and where I'm at are very different. So that's the other thing that is truly special about this. And I think the thing as well, like, there's so much surface stuff that we can feel maybe in the physical, but it's not the root cause of what it is. And I'm such a root cause person. I'm like, if you're actually going to fix anything, you need to go to the source. And so, it's like, for me, it's this, like, have been using the device now for, 3.5 years. It's kind of, it's just this unraveling, you know, it's this unraveling of the next layer of the next layer, because, you know, we've been on this planet for a while, so it takes time to build up. And it's just, it's just such a beautiful process. And like you said, it's just a really transformational thing that gives you so much more capacity and accelerates where you want to go, as long as you're supporting it with the other tools, you know, and eating well and doing all the things, you know.
It's so interesting. You just reminded me that I did a session with a client, and we did a aura scan, which they can be quite harsh.
Yes.
And harsh in a way that is like, it's confronting, right? Because they're so accurate and you're like, oh. But we did a scan, and then I gave her some feedback and some information, and we did another one in a week later. So we scanned her again, and we saw where she was at, and then we worked through that. And then as a Reiki practitioner, I did a cleanse and a clear of that. And then I scanned her I think it was about 3 days later, and I was like, oh my God, it's gone up again, like it shifted again. So you can use it as an additional tool as well, right? And I just thought it's so personalized and powerful.
Really. And it just enhances, you know, like you were saying, because even that was how I was introduced, was from one of my Reiki practitioners. Like, that's how I was introduced to it. And I had said to her at the start, like, why would you even want to use this? Like, you already work with energy, you know? And she was like, because it just, what I can provide for my clients, and also the benefits of me, of how much more I can give my clients, it's just, it enhances it so much that why wouldn't I, you know? And I was like, oh, that's, you know, just because, to get that perspective as well.
I love that. So let's talk about the mag, because you got the mag there. I do not own a mag yet. It looks like a spaceship or a smoke detector.
I think it's like a smoke detector. A little bit like a smoke detector. It can get very spaceship when you turn on all of the lights and it spins around. So this is different to Healy in the fact that it's a frequency specific. So rather than being individualized, it's frequency specific, and it actually has 2 frequencies modulated magnetic fields. So effectively, it's like putting 2 Healys in one, and one is kind of going to an environmental, and the other one is going into the physical. And this one has 4 different modules. So there's a classic, so there's that's a lot of kind of, I would say it's more space. It's more around like the energetics, energy clearing, those types of things. You've then got into ones where it's for prosperity and chakra balancing, coherence. There's one called Children Harmony, which I love putting on for my little babes. Just okay. You know, and just then there's water activation programs, and then there's Carolyn McMakin's programs, which are very much more on a physical level. She has been working in this field since the 90s, and is very much on the top of the game, and works with a lot of athletes, like high performing people that really need to heal quickly, you know, from injuries and things. And she's just got so much, you know, I mean, you can just Google her, and she has so much science and evidence based, you know, around her work. And I feel
that's a real good point, right? That's a real valid point, Kirsty, just to touch upon, because, you know, this technology, this frequency device, this frequency therapy that you get through both the Healy and the MagHealy is rooted in science. It is not woo. There is always a for those of you that know the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza, like, it's the science, but also it's the mystical as well, right? Like, but there's so much evidence and information around the power of frequency as just as a modality, a healing, well-being modality, right?
Absolutely. And I think, I mean, I've watched quite a few talks with her around different things. She's been working with different athletes and she is surprised, like the results they get. There was one
Mm.
particular NFL player, had an injury that should have crippled his whole career. And, within 6 weeks wanted to play the Super Bowl. And she was like, I'm not sure this is possible. They did a whole range of stuff. In 6 weeks, he was
Wow.
playing the Super Bowl, and then she was
Wow.
recognized. Yeah, and this was in mid 2000s, 2000. Yeah, so
Yeah.
2006 or something. And so then she was recognized in some I don't know, some sports something, just for the sheer remarkability
Wow.
of that happening. So I love her because she has a lot of repair, tissue repair, organ support, those types of things. So I love using those because you actually do so this really is, I love it for the environment. So it's
Mm.
great for if you have a business where you've got clients
Like a bricks
coming,
and mortar, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, physical space, yeah,
yes. Absolutely. And for anything, I mean, it even has frequencies for the food and pantry. So if you're a chef, you can chuck it
yeah.
in.
And
I'm
water,
actually
right?
going to
Like that's the
do
big one with the
anything
Mac.
that's high stress, I
Yeah.
mean, could you imagine ERs, all
Mm.
those types of places where
Mm.
it's just high stress, high volume of things? It would be such an incredible thing to add just to
Yeah, like
balance the
offices and
energy.
co-working space. You think about
Oh,
where
yeah.
would it be great to have them on in tube stations in London and but
Yeah.
places where it's just
Well,
that
I've
you can
used
feel the
them.
high frequency and energy I'm from London, right, and I've not lived there for 15 years, and I go there and I'm like, oh, I can just
Yeah,
feel being sensitive.
yeah,
I can
yeah.
feel that. It's I need to get a mag. Just be
Yeah,
like,
well, I'll be
oh.
taking this to Sao Paulo when I go to Brazil next year for the same very reason.
Yeah,
Um, but it's great for, I mean, I've used it facilitating,
yeah,
where you are doing workshops where
yeah,
it is actually stressful
yeah,
content that you're delivering, that
yeah,
people aren't necessarily at ease. And it's if you can put, the coherence ones
yeah,
just to change the ambience of that
yeah,
room. And it's
yeah,
really quite profound, the shift that you can, because you can just see people are more comfortable,
yeah,
to then be part
yeah,
of it. So it's great for that. And then you can physically put it on your body as well,
yeah,
So there's a vagus nerve, which I use on Daniel quite a lot when he comes home from work. I'm just
yeah,
we're going to put the vagus nerve harmony one on. But yeah, it's just, again, it's how, I love charging my water as
yeah.
well. We had a meetup actually the other day for some of the Healy community, and we had the prosperity frequencies going, and on the way home, one of the girls got some call that she'd won some prize to do. Okay, well,
Must
it could
take
be
the
chance,
mag.
but
Yeah,
maybe that just happened because
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
profound. But there's 88 programs in it, and they really complement each other.
Mm,
For me as well, one that I love using is electrosensitivity, because I actually just run it overnight. I put it in
yeah,
the hallway, and because it kind of spans a 3 meter by 3 meter, our doorways are all there, and it's just a great way just
yeah,
to reset
yeah.
from all the external stuff, we're
I
exposed
don't
to.
have one yet, and I want one, especially because we're driving home for Christmas to the UK this year, and I'm like, oh, in the car, right? Because it's a longer journey because we're not going to London, we're going elsewhere, so it'll be
Yeah.
9 hours in the car. I'm like, we need a mag. So
Yeah.
just to summarize, the difference is, this is individualized. You can't just to know, energy isn't linear, and so when we
Yeah.
send the frequency, the vibration therapy out, it will reach
Yeah.
you as well, from a distance perspective. However, this is designed for the individual, whereas the mag is designed more for environments. But equally,
Yeah.
you can have the mag on you, as you can lay down and have the mag on you as well,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
you don't always need the wires. There is something called a
Yeah. I
coil
don't
that
have
you
my
can
coil.
use.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, neither. And then, and you can, because I remember because I've had mine near, 11, 10 months or so,
Yeah.
and maybe 11 months come out. And I remember actually when we were in Portugal, Kirsten, I said to you, I said, oh, I don't have the call. You were like, you don't need the call. Like, just put it on. Like, just have it on.
Yeah.
Like, you know. And I was like, oh my God, I
Yeah.
really, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I felt that. And it's, yeah, you do. So
Yeah.
what we wanted to share with you, because there are some epic deals at the moment.
So epic.
I know Kirsty's like, if anyone's got
Ours
time.
is still epic. Yours is just
Yeah,
another
tell us
level of
yours.
epic.
Tell us yours, Dal. Go on. Go on. Tell the
Well,
peeps.
I think the one that's definitely the like big one is the you get the professional Healy, and then you'll get the Mag Professional free. So it's basically buy one get one
Yeah.
free, which is incredible. The other ones there's like 35% off with like discounted coils,
Yeah.
or some of them have coils and additional programs
Yes.
in as well. But yeah,
They're
if you're wanting
not
the like one
too
stop shop,
dissimilar. They're not too
no,
dissimilar.
no,
No. So in the UK, Europe, the US, I know for fact, we have, it's called the Double Professional Pack, and it is 60% off both professionals, the Healy and the Mag, which I pulled it up before we jumped on live, and it would usually be €7,500 down to just under €3,000 for two of those.
yeah,
Now, that is insane. When you, and from a business, we'll just quickly touch upon, because I'm really conscious of time as well. We've been on her a little while, and we're going to do some more conversations around this. And we have a masterclass which goes way deeper into all of these, everything we've talked about
or
today,
the
but
house.
how to use it for clients, what it looks like from a business perspective, how you can weave that in. So you can weave it into an existing business. You can start a business with Healy. You can be an affiliate and earn, or you can choose to dive fully in and build a team and all of the things. But this is like as business owners, as you know, as humans, as spirits having a human experience, just being on the planet, we use it. We use
Yes.
it from a business perspective. So when Kirsty's told me so many stories when she does markets with her products that she sells, and she has her Healy, and she'll be like in the middle, and someone will have a chat, and she'll do like a resonance scan for
Yeah.
somebody, and they'll end up, getting a Healy that way. But we use it. I use it with my clients. You use it as well. We use it for our family, but also we have it as part of our business model in a time that we're in right now, where the cost of living is increasing, and what we have coming in is not, if you're in a standard role, like probably there's freezes left, right, and center. It is a beautiful way to earn more, right? To bring more
Yeah.
money in whilst using a product that is going to support you physically, emotionally,
Yeah.
mentally, spiritually. It's like, for me, it's a fucking no-brainer.
Yeah.
Just to put it bluntly. And it was with somebody who's in my household who has a big job, and it's like stressful and things. Like, I'm plugging you into the Healy. So you can use
Yeah.
it, as a tool with like friends, family, and all the things as well. So
Totally. And I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Daniel gets so much support from
yeah.
it as well, for the same thing, high pressure role. And
Yeah.
he's not as adventurous as what I use, but he's got his standard kind of suite
Yeah.
that he loves to use.
And I
But
think, Kirsty, you and
yeah,
I could say we would be like beautiful pushers to our loved ones.
influence.
I'm
We're
like,
positive
oh
influence.
my God, I'm like, right, oils, Healy,
Yeah,
or
pretty much.
Reiki, all the things.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
It's
listen,
amazing.
if thank you so much. I'm really mindful, Kirsty, because it's like 9:45 for you in the evening in Aussie. And we are going to put some information here. Drop us a message if you want to comment here, so that we can talk to you a little bit more about it, about the promos that are going on. That they end on the 30th, which is a
Yeah.
week today. Right, so
Yes.
if you're an emotional authority in human design, you need to feel into that decision. You got
You've
some
got a few
time.
slates.
You've got a few sleeves to do so. So yeah, but thank you so much, Kirst. And
Thank
as I
you.
say, you're a
And
legend.
we'll put the info as well for Metamorphosis
Yes,
So like,
we will. We'll
yeah,
put that in below as well, because if
yeah,
you want to join our 90-minute masterclass, which is FOC,
yeah.
then that's dive a bit deeper. It's a 90-minute. It's a 90-minute masterclass, which will give you a lot more kind of gritting detail on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Mwah. Thanks,
Amazing.
darling.
Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.